I deleted Facebook because I kept getting like these people adding me and I didn't know who they were, and then I thought I knew one of them, but it turned out that I didn't. And he like kept texting me saying that he lived close to me and that he knew where I lived, and he was able to tell me my address and all. And he kept telling me then he could see me, and I didn't know who he was or what he looked like, and he didn't have a profile picture or anything. The internet can be scary because like you have so many different websites and like different people that you don't have a clue who they are, from different countries, like that just want to pressurise you. Well, people say they just want to talk to you, but you don't know who they are, and then they just come out with sexualised talk and all. It's really scary to think about it. Like. The best way to handle that is like by blocking them or telling someone like you know or the police. It's easy to access porn because I know people that's younger than me and they're accessing it at the minute, and like it's even if you go on it, because like it's not a pretty sight, especially when you have like older people on it and you're like seeing like 70-year-old men's bodies. No, not a pretty sight. People who are gaming might be able to like talk to people from around the world, or like talk to like people even if they're not around the world. They could be like next door to them for they know, but they might not know them, and they could be like hassling them and giving them abuse and all. I think consent is when you are able to tell people that you want to be able to have sex or text them or anything, and not what they want you to do. Well, if someone gets a dirty photograph or like a nasty message, then they should like block them or tell like a family member, and then they can take it further if they want.
I think online grooming is when somebody tries to befriend a young person online, to probably with an ulterior motive to try to use them or abuse them for their own needs and their own wants, to try to abuse the young person and exploit them. I think that online grooming is much easier now because social media is a part of any young person's daily routine from start to finish. I mean, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, it's everywhere. Tablets, phones, computers, it's hard to avoid it, to be honest. So online groomers would have multiple opportunities and different platforms to be able to groom people online. It is quite scary to think that because we're so almost programmed to be thinking of Facebook, we're so used to it, we don't really think twice when we talk to people online on different messenger services. So the idea of talking to someone we don't know that well, I believe that I think it's a way of talking to people. That's how it's kind of advertised. So it'd be very easy that way to talk to someone new that it could be a potential threat. People my age probably would vary quite a lot on terms of privacy settings. I know a lot of people would have it very high profile settings where parents would look after their account quite a bit, but then other people I would know would have no control over that and are happy enough to let anybody contact them, and they decide when they get the message, and by then it might be a bit too late. I think that people will be a lot more kind of relaxed in terms of talking about things that maybe others in previous generations wouldn't feel comfortable talking about online, because it's just we see it so much on TV and other online platforms, even like YouTube and things. We're so programmed at being normal things for us, so we wouldn't really think much of it, when other people like parents might think it's a big deal, we might not. I think if someone started feeling like someone was talking to you inappropriately online, they would probably contact someone they trust that's an adult first, maybe a teacher or a parent or maybe an older sibling as well. But if maybe they don't feel like they have someone they can talk to and trust, they might end up just ignoring the problem or trying to block them, and that could always come back on them and it might start up again later on. I think a lot of young people, if they're faced with the opportunity to talk to a celebrity or someone online posing as a celebrity, even though it might be a little doubt in their head that it wouldn't be them, they probably still would jump at the chance because it's a celebrity, you know, and it's such an opportunity. So even though you can get in like Twitter and Facebook verified accounts, you would think that a lot of celebrities wouldn't maybe use verified accounts because they don't want so many people nagging them, so there is that always risk, yeah. It'd be really tempting to feel so at ease with talking to someone online because like there is, as you were saying, so many pressures at home and in school. It's kind of nice to go home and be by yourself and just talking to people online because it's like a different world. You'd feel more like those pressures wouldn't apply if you're talking to somebody maybe, especially because you don't know them through school or through family members and stuff like that. I suppose if you're talking to somebody online and you know they're maybe slightly older than you, then you do feel like if they're treating you like an adult, you feel like they respect you for that and you feel like they trust you and therefore maybe you should trust them. And there is always that risk of feeling too close to them, and you feel like because you trust them and they trust you, that you're more open to meeting up with them and doing things that maybe you wouldn't feel comfortable doing with other people. You would let your guard down online because it's such a relaxed atmosphere, because most of the time you're sitting in your bedroom on your phone and you wouldn't think twice about someone that adds your friend, because a lot of the time that is how you meet people, and you like the idea of having more friends because you're seen as a more social person then, and it gives you more people to meet up with and things. So it's very easy to meet new people and feel like your guard's down online talking to new people.